What is up, everyone? This is Dre, and it's another time. It's time again for the Let's Talk Stock Show. I just love saying that, but that's not going to be for long because I got to change the name of the show. It can't be the Let's Talk Stock Show. Somebody else has got that. I'm thinking this, Trade with Dre, something. If you got any suggestions, put it down in the comments. I'll take it. But yeah, I'm going to change it. Yeah, and plus I want to do some other things besides talking stocks, but mostly stocks. I'm talking like 95% of what I do now. But anyway, oh man, sorry, I gotta pick my nose. I forgot I'm live on camera. So this is it. This is the chart of the SPX. This is the 4-hour chart, and oh man, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. I can't believe I missed a rally like that. And I think everybody probably says the same thing. I don't know how many people got on board with this one. I know I missed it. I just missed it. That sometimes you just got to get in and you can't wait for that pullback. Wait for a pullback. You hear a lot of professionals, wait for the pull. You miss it. But how often does something like this happen? It's just, so we'd be up right now the Dow's only up 96 points, but I think it was up about a good 150, 200, something like that. And, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me again. And then I pulled up Amazon because I like Amazon. Remember, this is a 4-hour chart. Look at this run. This thing is right now it's up 62 points, but it was up 70 points today. I was so long Amazon Thursday night, and I told you Friday I got scared. I made some money because it opened high, and I got scared and sold all the positions. And I was happy I made the little money I did. But when you start to think about the money you could have made, I don't know if that's normal. But gosh, man, after today, man, probably 20, 25, 30,000. I ain't lying. That's how long I was. And for this thing to go up 70 points today, and so imagine you caught this bottom, 1672. To the top, which was, I guess the top was, this is an hourly, a little bit ago. It's up basically 13% in like 2 days. That's a huge move for basically, let's just call it a $2,000 stock. Life Like I, what's up, Cashmatic? It's gonna go to all-time high. It's kind of giving it up in this afternoon. That's what I wanted to pull up. It's just crazy. You're like, all right, it's gonna go down. Just look at this. I got the hanky shanky. I can't even pronounce the Hankin assy candlesticks I'm using, and it uses motion, moving averages. It's kind of computed with moving averages and stuff. You get a lot. You can see the trends with the green and red, and sometimes it's a good entry and exit point, because when it turns green, see how long it stays green, see how long it stays red. Study up on these kind of charts. They're actually pretty good. I go back and forth between them. But you just see how straight up, not one slight give back. It's just crazy. So yeah, man, Cashmatic, it just might, why not? Why not go up there? All-time highs, interest rate cut on the horizon. Suppose the Fed doesn't cut. I think if the Fed goes into the meeting and the market's at an all-time high, there's probably no rush to cut. You probably can wait another meeting. And if that happens, I think we go, who knows? I don't even know. But it's just crazy. So it's upsetting. It's kind of like, and I talk to my girlfriend about it all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna show you my SPY trades. I just put on a couple of today. I sold more calls, basically at all-time highs, 3,005 and something like that. But we was talking about winning a Powerball. Okay, if you get 5 numbers, you just win $1 million. But if you get 5 numbers in a Powerball, you win a jackpot, the 300 million or whatever. So if you win the 5 numbers, right, and then your Powerball number is 30, but the Powerball number was 31. Are you pissed that you missed the 300 and something million dollars, or are you just still happy you won $1 million? And I think that I will be pissed. When you tell somebody Hey, guess what? I won $1 million. How fast does the story come out? But I was one digit away from winning 300 million. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's greed or what, but I would be pissed, man. You know how hard it is to get them numbers, and then you was one digit away from all of those millions. Yeah, man, I'm still long. We can look at it. I'll bring up the analyze tab. You can see it, right? If you can read this, these where it says zero, I sold these. These are the quantity. I sold these today. One of them, this 24, this 20, yeah, this July, this 29.10 to 29.15 were losing trade. I had 5 of those on, and I put those on just before the rally. No, right after the first day of the rally. And I mean, it went from like a 10 delta to a 40 delta and 40 something delta in a couple of days. And I just said, I'm out. I sold it. It was like a 43 delta or something like that. It was almost in the money. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I sold this right here. You can see it right here, the 30.45, the 30.65. This is it for a $370 credit. You can see the number on top of my head, right? 370. And of course I can lose 3,630. So let's say 370 divided by 3630 equals, this is 10%, right? So I could have figured that out. That was easy. I'm going to give this back. I want to buy it back if I can just get 25% of that 370. Okay, so 370 times 25%, basically $92. I'm going back. I want it. Give me the money. So that's one trade I got on. So that's, what did I say? That's the 30.45, 30.65. And if we look, I'm going to have to pull up the daily now. See, it's way up here, man. It's way the hell. I can't even chart it. Could I pull my chart down? Yeah. There we go. I kind of 30, 45. Draw my line. This will be close, okay? But right there, man, 45 days, I sold that, okay? And let's see what happens. That means the market will basically have to be at all-time highs and then some for this position to go into danger. And if it starts going down, maybe I'll even sell some puts. So I did that one, and I had this one already. This one is losing, so I'll take these off and show this one. I put this one on a while ago. It's $126. There's only one spread. For $126, the 2975 to 3005, man, that's a 30-point spread, right? For 100 and let me see, 2874 hold on, let me do the math here. 126 divided by 287. Wow, that one was for a 4% credit. I mean, this was way out of the money, and look how close it's got. I really should get rid of it. So 2975. Okay, so that's just right about here. Is my other one, right? To 3005. So something in there, right? That's where that one gets breached. So that's all I got going on. I had a long SPX call, straight out long, and I made pretty good money on it today because I had a spread. Check it out. I had a spread. I bought one call, a vertical, a straight up bull vertical call spread. And no. I was short. And the short position was in the money. So I sold, I can't even remember. I'm going to just throw some numbers out there. Now, anyway, basically, the short was in the, no, I had a calendar. Okay. I had a calendar on. Okay. So I was long the 2800, let's say, and I sold the 2870. Okay. That was in the money. I sold the near yet Friday's expiration, 2870. It closed at 2873. That was in the money. It totally got expired, and I paid up on that. So that was gone, and then I was straight up long the call, and I totally forgot. I was long the 2870. Yeah, 2800 or whatever it was. So I was really long SPX, man. And sure enough, it opened high. I sold it basically right away and made some pretty good change on that. That was, where was it? Yeah, it was the 28.45. This was it right here. 28.45. So if I put in all my positions, right, I got these two up here. Did I even talk about those? Oh yeah. That's a like a 14 day. So I sold these as well. Let me get rid of these. So here's my other one for $100. Okay, it's $100, $900. What is that? Is that 10%? 100 divided by 900. Yeah, 11% on that one. Okay, so that is I think it was around a 10 delta, 11 delta. Let's see what happens. That is the 29.80, 29.85. 20, so they all right in this area for the most part, but that's a 14-day spread. All right, so I got a 14-day spread, and the other one down here is a 45, and I think this is around 30, and that one I had on a while ago. Put all the positions on. Sorry, I'm talking confusing. I had a whole shitload of this stuff going on, and you can see what I got going on for the day. Let me clear that up. My data is $27. $27 data. My delta is negative 16. Okay, so I needed to go down, and now it's bouncing back up. So if we look at the 5, let's look at the minute. You can see it went up and it's giving it up. I was like, okay, about time. Here's a little pull. Here's the pullback, right? That you have to buy, but it seems like that's the only pullback we had in the last 5 days. This one right here. So it's been crazy because most of the 5 days has been, rally up and stay up. It's just like, wow. So, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm in there. I'm making good money. I did make good money, but I just think about the money that I could have made. Man, that's crazy. Want to buy a call before the bell and sell it. Want to buy a call. You want to buy a call before the bell and sell it in the morning? Isn't it closed? You can buy it before the bell. Can you? I didn't know you can. Is it that? I heard. Wait, the XPX, you can sell it 15 minutes after 4 o'clock Eastern time, right? You can still trade in that window, but is there a little window to trade in the morning? Or are you talking about the Qs, the SPY? I think you could trade those 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday, though. Something like that. But I don't know, man. Just remember implied volatility when you do that, right? So if you want to buy and the volatility comes sucking out for some reason, generally when stocks are going up, you're going to lose value there. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so if you bought it now, nah. Maybe a spread, maybe a tight spread, because so if you do something like, I'm going to go, and let's just use this. Okay. Let's see if I can explain this. Maybe I'll take it to the SPY. Because that way my positions don't get confused. If you do something like this, you buy a spread, right? I do this all the time. So I got the 289, 290 for 56 cents, okay? So if the market continues to go up, you make money, fine. You're only going to make 45 cents on this trade is the most you can make. But if it goes down hard in the morning, buy back the short option. Buy back that 280, buy back that 290, okay? And then now you're long the 289. And it gives you, so you made money on the downside, and hopefully it goes up like you're projecting, and then you can make money on the upside. A lot of times when I start a position, when I just want calls, I will do this. I would just do a tight spread, 289, 290, right there at the money, and I might do it, say, 5 times, right? So that cost me, I don't know, 55 times 4, $220, okay? So when you analyze it, that's not the trade I put on. Hold on. Okay, right? So when you analyze it, the most you can lose is 280, the most you can make is 220. All right, but if it were to open down hard, you can start selling these calls. Start buying back that short option. You don't have to buy them all back at once. So, okay, wow, it went down. I'm gonna buy back one short option. I'm gonna buy back 290, and then if it goes down on some more, buy another 290 back. If it goes up, don't worry about it. You're making money. So it's easy on the upside. All right, you maybe you could have made more money with a straight call, but you're making money. But if it goes down, you can kind of buy those short calls back. And then when it does go up, you made money on the downside and the upside. You made more money better than if you would have bought a call alone. So I like entering positions like that when I'm quite, how when you buy, as soon as you buy a position, boom, it goes down. And it's like, oh, as soon as you sell, it happens to everybody. As soon as you sell, you just sold at the bottom and it starts going up. Well, if you do this, you ain't even got to worry about it, okay? Because the position, especially if this is only a spread of 289, 290, right? So if it starts going down, you ain't losing nothing. It's almost equal, okay? So therefore, yeah, it goes down. I did that with Square. Square, I had, oh man, it was a beautiful trade. Let me pull it up. I'll pull it up. And it was at the money. I thought Square was going to, let's pull up this silly chart on Square. Right here, you can see that uptrend right there. I thought we was going up to 90 and therefore beyond. So I had something like a 75.80 on. And so, I mean, I got crushed on that. I had like the 75.80 and I had 10 of them, okay? So as it went down, that short call damn near went to zero. Okay, I was up on that short side maybe 5,000 or something crazy. Okay, something crazy like thousands because I had 10 of them on, and I said, you know what, hey, okay, so I actually bought it back. So when I sold that 10, wait a minute, here we go. This is Square. Let me pull up the daily. It was somewhere around here. So when I bought the short calls back, I was long straight up 10 calls a Square. And all I needed it to move was a couple of dollars, and I got all of that money back as well. So I made money, I made all that money on the downside, and all I had to do was go up a little bit on the upside to kind of make the money back and then some. So it was like a great trade. I was like, woo, woo. But now if it would have kept going down after I got rid of those shorts, I would have really been losing some serious money fast. But those short calls, if I remember, they was almost worthless. Maybe 50 cents or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But I was like, you know what? I think this is the bottom. I'm buying them all back. And then I waited, so I was long 10 calls, and boom, it just started going up, man. I totally caught that bottom. So anyway, what do you think of that? Okay, yeah, so that's one of my ways of entering positions, just buying verticals and then peeling off buying the short calls back. I think you'll like that if you can kind of get into that habit. If it goes up, you're making money, so it's like, oh man, I should have bought the calls. I would have been a whole boatload of money. No, but you're still making money. If it goes down, you're like, at least I bought the verticals, but I still believe it's going to go up. Buy it back. Anyway, so I think it's giving it up. I think oh no, look at the Dow was up 122. So it was up 150, 200 or whatever. When I started the video, it was 89. Now it's up 122 again. I was checking out the VIX. Look at the crush on the VIX. Wow. Just looking at the minute chart. Look, what the hell happened here? Something is going on in the news at 219, right? I mean, it just got crushed. It started going up and boom, gave it right back, man. That's a sign that it's going lower, meaning the market is going higher. I mean, look how fast it gave that up cycle back. It must have been somebody said something in the news. I'm trying to see, look at some of these news headlines. What was that at 2 o'clock? Helicopter reportedly crashes into roof on Midtown Manhattan building near 7th Avenue. I just heard that just before I started on the on this call, on this show here, and yeah, I was like, what are they talking about? It's funny because that's was the headlines when 9/11 started. It was like, plane crashed into the tower. You thinking little Cessna plane, right? Little propeller. No, okay. It happens. It happened before, and next thing you know, another one crashed. You're like, what is? Huh? What? Anyway, so hopefully that's not serious. Yeah. So look, it's making a bounce back. I guess that's your pullback. This is it. If you wanted to get in, you needed to buy here, which is just oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, you got a 0.5% pullback right there. There's your pullback because it's going up again. Anyway, yeah, I'm just upset I missed it. I've been holding off my trades, and I've been getting blown out on the upside on the SPX. I don't think these trades I put on today, I don't think it's going to get compromised. I think they're going to be winning. I mean, the market will have to continue going. Why did I put Chesapeake in? It would have to continue going straight up. I'm pulling up the 4-hour. It would have to continue in this line like that, and that would really be. I mean, that's like a tech stock. That's tech stock action right there. S&P is supposed to be. I mean, even this, I can't even compare this because this whole year since December 24th, that's huge. This is huge spiking. This is crashing up, I call it. That's not normal. That's not normal upness. Do I need to pull up I mean, just looking from this 2008, this is really crazy, man. Crazy. If you look at this chart, it looks like it's going to put another one of these legs in. It does look multi-year to me. Like this, here was the bottom, just like here, and just like here. Right? There. Okay. Right? Then what? We had 4 or 5 years. Correction. 4 or 5 years. Correction. It's a big one, though. It's kind of bigger. Another 4 or 5 years, and maybe that's the big one. See how, because this one got bigger, right? But look at the spaces. This looks like it could be the beginning. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, the market, in this market that was going up, this crazy uptrend, we had a whole bunch of incidents. I can't name them all. I remember bird flu was one. We was all going to die from the birds. Brexit was another one. Oh, my gosh. Trump was another one. Trump's going to be the president. Market's going to crash. Korea missiles. He's going to launch nukes. All of the I can't even think of the word, headlines, geopolitical headlines coming across, and the market just coughed. It just went right through it. Maybe that's some of these little downturns. So now we're talking, we're going into a recession, and interest rates, and, we're going to have a new president maybe in another year, and North Korea still. North Korea is always in the news. Iran, oil sinking, so all of those, which is nothing serious. The other ones was more serious, if you ask me. Oh, and we got the Deutsche Bank, and we still got problems on the monetary front, negative interest rates in France, Germany, one of them countries down there. So, we still went up. When you look at this, and you can even count this 2008 low as one of them, right? Look at the spaces, man. It tells you just by looking at this that we have another multi-year leg up. Yeah, you heard it first, right, from me. Multi-year. meaning maybe we never go into a recession. You know, I don't know, but that's what this chart's telling me. Look how every time it kissed. Well, not every time. I don't know what happened, but kissed right here off that 50. This is a monthly, so it's a 50 month, 50 month, 50 month, and just off to the race. Look how fast it recovered right there, though. Look at that. Just back. You know, it missed a lot of people. You know, the other ones were slow recoveries, a little slower, and 2008 was kind of fast. It was scared to get back in that market after 2008. I mean, if you had $40,000 in a portfolio and you got out, you sold, and you had 20 left, or it was at the bottom, you got 20,000. You was like, I'm happy with my 20. I'm not gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna maybe I'll buy a car with it. You know, I'll buy some bonds. I can't believe, you know, because everybody lost. I feel so sorry for the people that was in the market and that had to retire around there, because there was no such crash like that. I mean, you had the 2000, but the thing with the 2000 crash, you had time to get out. It was, even though I say at the top you never have time, you have time. It was slow. It was a 2-year drop. The market was going down for 2 years in 2000. I'm trying to measure it. It was a 46% drop. Now, here in 2008, man, that was like a couple of months. It was just a couple of months was the same damage. 58%, 55, that's roughly. You know, and then we had all these small corrections, 10, 20%, 10, 20%, 10, 20%. You know, so maybe off to the races. Cashmatic, I think you're right. I think buy. I think new highs. I just don't know if it's going to be the way it's going. You think tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. Look at the steepness coming off on the SPX. So, I mean, I just don't want it to go after I put the trades on. I don't care if you make a new high. I just don't want it to do it tomorrow. You know, I mean, can you slow down a little bit? Can you slow the pace down? You know, it's almost like somebody knows something. Like the word is out. Like the China deal is coming. You know, like the Fed is going to have a surprise interest rate cut maybe. Even though I think that will be, I think it will scare the markets, and it would jump down and it will go right back up. And because then they'll say, oh my gosh, they know something. And then they'll start saying, well, we knew he was going to cut rates anyway. Yeah, it's a good idea he cut it now. Yeah, he should, you know, and they'll go right back up. That'll be the buying opportunity. But when you look at that long-term chart I just did, I mean, it's time to get in. I think I was going to wait to put back in my IRA positions when it gets to all-time high. And I know that sounds weak, but I want to be sure. I just know I'm sure when it reaches the all-time high. And then some. Yeah, I'm just messing around with a few percentages, you know, if I were to get in now. But, you know, this could be, we're not at the top yet, so it could be the beginning of the lower high, right? So we had the high, then maybe this is the pullback, the lower high, and then we go to a lower low, you know. So it's early, but it's definitely some good action. It's definitely some good action. I got all these charts on the thing. Oh, so before I did all that, I wanted to do my favorite. I do these stocks. I got to find new stocks to look at. Chipotle, I was very pissed just pulling it up because, let me do, I'm trying to find a good, I could pull up the hourly, I guess. Is that no, hold on. There we go. And you see, I don't like that. I don't like it. 4 hours. There we go. And you can see the range. I even got it highlighted that I was playing, right? And I was selling puts below this yellow line here. And I got tested on this pullback right there. I got tested here. And sure enough, it was going below 250 was my line in the sand. Look, it went down to 236. And I'm like, oh, you know, and that was the low. I thought about putting in a position in, and then the thing is, that was June 3rd, and here it is, June 10th, and we had an all-time high. Here it is. Look at the high. in just a week. So we came down like that, and just boom, it just rocketed up nonstop. Look at this is straight up. It came down, breached it. It looked like it, and just straight up. Now, also, this is one of the things that I talk about in my other videos. Everybody was expecting it to go down. You see the break, right? There it is. It was in the range, hitting, it was bouncing, right? So it breached. So you're expecting it to go lower. I don't think it closed below. Oh, this candle's saying it did. No, 650.98. Anyway, when it doesn't happen, when something like this, that the expected does not happen, the rip is always hard going the other way. And this is what happened. Since I've been doing these videos, here's one, and the rut was another one. I think Facebook was another one as well. So when it does that and you just see it come out, Starbucks, it just rips. It rips the other way. So you need to get in fast. You're like, oh my gosh, that broke. Wait, it's back in the range. You need to just get in. It's going the other way. It's like a fake out. Maybe it's games being played. Maybe they selling it off so they can buy it lower. I don't know. I mean, look at that. Look at that dip. Is that the correction, really? That's it? That's the correction for Chipotle? I don't know, but it's sitting there. It's at the high. It's at the all-time high, 730. It reached that today. It's not there now. It's at 720, so it's already down 10 from its high. But does it go through it tomorrow? Did it just get toppy with these other highs? You know what I mean? It's just, 730, it's still in the range. It didn't break out of that range. And does it go back down again? I don't know. It's going down pretty. It's still up 11, but if you pull up the minute, you can see what happened. Oh, I still got my hand up. You can see what happened. Straight up and just been down, going down ever since 11 o'clock. Hit that right at 11 o'clock. Right at that. If you notice, the 11 o'clock is a reversal time. It's either 10:30 or 11, but 11, and I think that's because the European markets close or something like that. England, Europeans, somebody closes over there on the other side of the pond. Somebody closes, and then look at that, straight down since then. So maybe that's the top. I don't know. But the SPX, I was earlier, and I'm gonna pull up the VIX again. That I was just surprised at this. Look at that. Earlier, when the market was up like 200 or whatever, the VIX was only down like 2 cents. And I was like, man, this is not good. It's not good. The VIX is not moving. Right now, it's only down 1%. It's 1611. It's still overall high. Not real high, but it's not low. There's still volatility in there. You see that? I mean, it's still on the up. It's still on the uptrend there. So, if this does go up, that means the markets go down, and if it goes down, it means the market goes up. So either it's the beginning, it's still not all clear. I think that's a way to put it. The markets are still nervous; they jittery. Okay, and it's just going up and maybe ripping it. Because I think people is like me. It's gotta stop. Can't go any higher. It's gotta go down. I'm buying some puts. There's no way it's up 7% in 5 days. I'm buying puts, and not necessarily because they scared, because they just know it's going the other way to make money. It could be, it's both of them, So that increase, especially on a big 500, like I said, it was moving like Tesla, the SPY, moving like a Tesla stock. Tesla up today? Tesla up $8. This is a good bounce for Tesla. Now, here is an example, and I actually should put a trade on. I've been getting burnt in Tesla, and I just might put a trade on after this video because I like this bounce. It looked like, even though it didn't break it, it's almost like what I was talking about before, where it goes hard the other way, okay? Because people was giving up on it. They're thinking it's going to go lower, right? And it's going the other way, but it didn't really breach. It's right there. It went right to the low. So that's what make me go, But you could not necessarily sell under this low, because if you still think it's going to go higher, you could sell a put spread a little closer. Like right now it's at 213. You might be able to sell the 200, the 200, 190, something like that, if you think it's going to go higher. It might come all the way back up to here to test the that resistance, because it's a nice little bounce. Pull up the hour. Look at the hourly straight up. So here, I think I might do that. Look at how it came back right there. That is actually the 203. So you might be able to sell the 200 short term. I think I'm going to do something like that. The 200, 190 and try to get out quick. I ain't going to play around with this one. I'll be getting burnt in Tesla. Let's make a couple hundred, a couple 50, 100, whatever. Get out. And hopefully it just continues this trend up. But here's the thing: if the market were to go down, this will be one of the boats that rise. It catches all boats, right? It'll go down right with it. So that's what I'm afraid of. So I think the market is toppy. I mean, look at that line. I mean, is Tesla really just going to go straight down? I mean, is it really just going to do that angle? I mean, it went from basically 370. Is it straight down? Really? No, it's gotta have some kind of bounce, and you can look at how it bounced off this trend line before. This one went straight up to new highs, then hung up in this range, bounce. Maybe this is the bounce that takes it straight up to new highs again. And I'm like, oh, Tesla don't got no money, blah 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 blah. Man, it's like somebody knows something. Maybe they could catch a bid. Maybe somebody buys them. Berkshire Hathaway, Apple buys Tesla. Imagine that headline. By the way, there was somebody today. Raytheon bought United Technologies. If I got that right, or United Technology bought Raytheon, something like that. One of those two. Let me see if I can pull it up. United. Helicopter crashes onto roof in New York City. Durant likely to go for... All right, come on, Durant. Can he save the day? United Technologies Raytheon deal. That's what it is. News of it. Donald Trump questions the deal. Raytheon United Technologies to merge, creating defensive giant. Now, what was I going to say? There was something relevant in that news story. Oh, when you see deals, and there's been deals damn near every week, that's good markets. These companies know they ain't buying they ain't making a deal like that, and the market's going to shit. So and that's one of the reasons why the market's up high today. It's that as well, So that's a good deal. United Technologies. I actually owned that, I think, in my... Wait a minute. No, is it UTI? I just did it. UTX. Yeah. It's down 2.41%. What was that other one? Raytheon? RTN, I think that is. Yeah, RTN. And that one is up 2 point. Raytheon that's actually a nice chart. That is beautiful right there, man. Look at that. You can even draw it like that, and then it's just going much higher. But there's a deal here, so you can't buy this. This is the deal. The deal is there. Anyway, so that's it, man. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm very tired today, but that's what's been going on. I'm pissed off. I missed it. I do want to pull back. As you can see, I'm short SPX now, and I just needed to kind of go down a little lower. Let's go down a little lower. My theta is $28 a day short, basically. It's like 16 shares, basically. And as long as this thing goes down, I'm be making some money, so. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see what the markets hold for us. I got to change the name of this channel. So that's what I want to talk about today. I mean, that's what I'm going to be doing soon. I'm trying to get to this. There we go. And yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, I'm kind of lost for words. You know, I do this live. It's hard to do it live. I mean, like, you see I'm talking now. When I make a video and actually edit it, I could take out all those spaces. So you got to you can't have dead space when you talk, just like talking on the radio. So I should get a lot of credit, man. Every video's live, no mistake. You're hearing me forget shit. You're hearing me, you know, stumble with my words. When you do make a regular video, you can edit all that stuff out and sound real perfect. But not me. I'm going live. I'm going all in. But yeah, I think I am going to put a small Tesla trade on. I think I like that trade for the bounce. You know, it's looking good. All right, so thanks for watching. This is Dre. And we were talking stocks on the Let's Talk Stock Show. and thanks, Cash Mag. I appreciate you stopping in today. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I see ya. I think I hit the wrong button.